The Morgan silver dollar is one of the most beloved coins in the history of the United States Mint, and if it wasn't for the existence of the 1-ounce silver eagle, it could easily be argued as the most collected silver dollar in U.S. Mint history. And no Morgan dollars are more sought after today by collectors than those struck at our nation's only southern mint down in New Orleans. This is because the New Orleans Mint was plagued with production issues throughout its time striking the iconic silver dollar. As a result, those coins are hard to find today in any condition whatsoever, let alone beautiful uncirculated condition, which is what collectors look for. And that holds especially true when you talk about Morgan dollars struck by the New Orleans Mint at the turn of the 20th century. Those first few years of the 1900s are some of the hardest to find for collectors today, despite them having some of the highest mintages in the entire series. I'm talking about the 1900, 1901, and 1902 New Orleans Mint Morgan dollars. And all three of our coins tonight are in beautiful, uncirculated condition despite being over 122 years old. The 1900 Morgan dollar in uncirculated condition in our beautiful Defender holder is item number 905-11134. That's 905-11-13-4. If you're looking for the 1901 Morgan dollar, that's item number 905-11135. Again, that's 905-11-13-5. Or if you want the 1902, a coin that is famous for not just being rare, but being the finest strike in the series, 905-11136. Again, that's 905-11-13-6. And each of our coins tonight are just $79.95 each for a beautiful uncirculated silver dollar. At that price, we are at least $80 less than our nearest competition for the same stunning coin in just a capsule. You can call in at 1-866-518-5933, or if you don't want to use the phone tonight, head on over to our website. It's abccoins.com. Then once you're there, use the search bar on the page to grab any one of these stunning silver dollars. For the 1900, it's 905-11134. For the 1901, it's 905-11135. Or for the 1902, it's 905-11136. But let's break down just how rare these coins actually are today and why I like to call these modern-day collecting secrets. Because despite having some of the highest mintages in the entire series, and that's not hyperbole, two of these coins are literally the two highest mintage ever made by the New Orleans Mint. Just a fraction still exists today in any condition, which has made them highly sought after by collectors. In 1900, the New Orleans Mint would strike 12.5 million total Morgan dollars. That's a high enough mintage for it to rank number 25 out of 26 total Morgan dollars struck at the New Orleans Mint. In the series as a whole, it comes in at number 82 out of all 97 Morgan dollars struck. And yes, I said 97, not 96. I count the 7-tail feather and 8-tail feather to be two separate Morgan dollars. So out of all 97 coins struck, it doesn't even break the top 75. It's number 82. So despite having such a massive mintage, you'd think there would be a lot today in any condition whatsoever with NGC or PCGS, but the population reports would shock you. Just 110,743 total coins in any condition whatsoever. So every single grade they had, VGs up to stunning MS64s and 5s, just 110,743. That is just 1 in every 114 coins struck by the New Orleans Mint back in 1900. That is less than 1% of the entire mintage. The actual number is 0.87%. That's why when you can find the 1900 in uncirculated condition, our competition wants over $160 for it. We are more than $80 less than them at just $79.95. 1 year later, in 1901, the New Orleans Mint would strike the most silver dollars ever in its history, 13.3 million. That's 26 out of 26 at the New Orleans Mint, and in the series as a whole, it's number 85 out of 97. So one of the most abundant Morgans by far. Yet despite having such a massive mintage, fewer 19010s are known to exist today than the 1900. Just 87,807 total coins in any condition whatsoever with NGC or PCGS. That breaks down to 1 in every 152 coins struck, or just 0.65% of the entire mintage. So just a hair over 0.5% of the mintage still known to exist today. And that's why that coin, the 19010, in uncirculated condition costs over $175 with our competition. We are more than $95 less than their price at just $79.95. Now the last coin in this trio is the most unique, and let me explain that. You see, it actually struck the fewest out of all three of these coins, just 8.6 million total Morgan dollars. So naturally, you'd assume, based on the other two coins that we've gone through, that very, very few of them must exist in any condition today. Well, actually, no. It has more coins known today than the other two in this series, despite having almost half the mintage. And you see, that's because the 1902 New Orleans Mint Morgan dollar is the finest strike in the entire Southern Mint Silver Dollar series. An equivalent from another mint would be it's the New Orleans Mint version of the 1881S. So despite them only striking 8.6 million total coins, they looked beautiful. So when it came time to strike down and melt all of those silver dollars after the Pittman Act in 1918, they tried to stay away from the 1902s because collectors knew how good they looked and wanted to keep their hands on them. Yet still, despite having 156,465 total coins known today in any condition, it's still a $170 coin in uncirculated condition with our competition. That means we're $90 less than their price at $79.95. If you buy all three of these coins with us tonight, you're going to save over $265 versus our competitors' prices, while also getting three of the most sought-after silver dollars in the Morgan Dollar series in collecting today. With the release of new silver dollars in 2021 and 2023, and several more planned for the years ahead, these New Orleans Mint coins are going to be more sought after than ever before. And that's because there will not be any more true New Orleans Mint silver dollars ever made again. They did release coins in 2021 with an O Privy mark, but it was not a mint mark. That's because the New Orleans Mint does not exist anymore, so these will always be the last New Orleans Mint Morgan dollars ever struck, making them hold a special place in any collection. Call in now and get yours before they too are lost to history.